There's a myth out there, maybe something only 1% of shooters really get, about lever action reliability and accuracy. Most folks look at a lever gun and think it can't hang with a modern rifle when it comes to accuracy. They think it's just a brush gun. They are dead wrong. The rifles on this list are going to completely change how you look at that traditional action. So before you drop your hard-earned money on your next hunting rifle, you absolutely need to see what's sitting at our #1 spot. These are not your granddad's saddle gun. Let's dig in and see which lever actions are bringing modern performance while keeping that traditional soul. Number 5. Smith & Wesson Model 1854. Man, when Smith & Wesson decided to get back into the lever gun game after decades, they didn't just test the waters. They came out swinging. The Model 1854 breaks the mold right out of the gate, offering options nobody else is really touching. This platform chambers everything from the .357 Magnum all the way up to the .45-70 Government. But the version we're zeroing in on today is the .30-30 Winchester. It's running a 20-inch cold hammer forged barrel. Inside, you've got a 1-in-10 right-hand twist with 6-groove rifling. The weight is right at 7 pounds empty, which, in my hands, feels perfectly balanced for quick shouldering, especially if you're hunting in thick timber. Now, let's look at the guts. This is what makes it mechanically interesting. Smith & Wesson used a forged 4/16 stainless steel receiver. They paired that with an external hammer and a crossbolt safety. The action itself is a traditional toggle link design, which has been proven reliable, especially under recoil, for a long time. Magazine capacity, you're looking at 6+1 rounds of .30-30. It feeds from a standard tubular magazine, but it has that all-important side-loading gate. Now, here's a big deal. The muzzle is threaded 5/8 by 24. It comes ready to mount a suppressor. You rarely see that on a lever gun, especially at this price point. Okay, let's get to the honest assessment. On the range. Using Hornady Lever Evolution ammunition shooters are consistently reporting groups around 2 inches at 50 yards. Now, let's do the math according to field testing from Guns and Ammo that translates to roughly 4 MOA. That is perfectly acceptable for taking deer inside 150 yards, but this is not a match-grade rifle. The synthetic stock options are great. They keep the weight down, and they just shrug off nasty weather. Though, if aesthetics matter more to you, traditional wood is available. This rifle is perfect for the guy who wants modern features like that threaded barrel and all the chambering options on a traditional platform. It gives you versatility that most lever guns just don't offer. Just go into it, understanding this is a hunting rifle optimized for shots inside 200 yards. It is not a precision instrument. And if you think that's impressive, just wait until number 4. It reveals what happens when you combine rotary magazines with modern cartridges. Number 4. Henry Big Boy Steel Carbine. What makes a carbine handle like it weighs absolutely nothing but still shoot like a full-size rifle? Number 4 delivers exactly that balance. This is the Henry Big Boy Steel Carbine, chambered in .357 Magnum. This is Henry's answer for shooters who wanted the durability of a steel receiver, but in a compact, handy package. The barrel length is 16.5 inches. That is perfect for navigating thick cover or pulling out of a truck without sacrificing too much velocity. The round steel barrel features their traditional rifling with a 1-in-4 twist, which is optimized for those .357 loads. Weight is sitting at 6.59 pounds unloaded. This makes it one of the lightest steel frame lever guns you're going to find. It's got the large loop lever, which gives you a real positive purchase, even if you're wearing gloves in the winter. Mechanically, you're getting Henry's traditional side gate loading, which they introduced in their updated models. That's paired with a tubular magazine holding 7+1 rounds of either .357 Magnum or, of course, .380 Special. The action uses their exposed hammer design with a rebounding firing pin and a transfer bar safety. The feeding is controlled by their carrier system, which has proven itself reliable across millions of rounds out in the field. Now, accuracy testing from multiple sources shows this carbine is capable of 2.4 to 2.6 MOA. That's with quality 158-grain .357 Magnum loads from good names like Winchester and Black Hills. That is legitimate performance, especially when you consider the short sight radius and the ballistics of a pistol cartridge. Your effective range sits comfortably at 100 yards for deer-sized game, though skilled shooters are definitely pushing it further with the hotter Magnum loads. Now, the short barrel does sacrifice some velocity. You're looking at a loss of roughly 100 to 150 feet per second compared to a 20-inch barrel. but the handling characteristics more than compensate for that. This carbine swings fast, it shoulders naturally, and the mild recoil of the .357 makes follow-up shots just effortless. Just remember, this is a 150-yard rifle at its best. It's optimized for fast handling over long-range precision. Number 3. Marlin, 1895, Dark Series. This is the rifle that just refuses to quit. Marlin's 1895 Dark Series takes that classic, hard-hitting .45-70 government action and wraps it in modern, tactical aesthetics. But do not mistake that appearance for a gimmick. This rifle delivers serious capability. It's chambered exclusively in .45-70 government. The Dark features a 16.17-inch barrel with a 1 in 20 twist and 6-groove rifling, and it's cold hammer forged for durability. The threaded muzzle comes with 11/16 by 24 threads ready for a suppressor or a break. Weight: the manufacturer specs say 7 pounds, though field-tested examples are often coming in just slightly lighter at 6 pounds 13 ounces. The stock is a nylon-reinforced polymer which features M-lock slots for all your accessories, and it keeps the rifle totally weatherproof. Now, here's the mechanical reality. This uses Marlin's proven model 1895 action. That's a solid top receiver side ejection and a 6-lug rotary bolt lockup. Magazine capacity is 5+1 feeding from that tubular magazine. The crossbolt safety provides an additional layer of security, though. You know, traditionalists are always going to debate its necessity when you've got an external hammer. Field testing from Outdoor Life showed 5-shot groups consistently landing in 5-inch circles at 100 yards with factory ammunition. That's roughly 5 MOA. It's exactly what you'd expect from a short-barreled .45-70 shooting with iron sights. Now, with modern optics and some tailored hand loads, shooters are reporting tightening those groups up to 3 inches. That makes this a legitimate 200-yard rifle on large game. The .45-70 delivers tremendous energy at close range. With 300 grain loads, you are generating over 2,000 foot-pounds of energy right at the muzzle. That makes this rifle an absolute powerhouse on bear, elk, and moose inside 150 yards. Yes, the short barrel costs you some velocity, but for deep woods, hunting, the handling benefits just completely outweigh that ballistic trade-off. This is best suited for someone hunting dangerous game at close quarters, or maybe wanting a compact camp defense rifle. And that suppressor-ready barrel makes this one of the quieter, big-bore options when you get it properly equipped. Number 2. Marlin, .336 Classic. For over 75 years, one action has pretty much been the standard by which all other lever guns are judged. The Marlin .336 Classic and .30-30 Winchester represents everything that is right about American lever guns, and this new Ruger-manufactured version brings back the quality that this rifle frankly deserves. The barrel length measures 20.25 inches with a 1 in 12 right-hand twist and 6 grooves. It is cold hammer forged for consistent accuracy. Weight sits at 7.5 pounds unloaded, which gives you solid stability without becoming a burden on an all-day carry. The stock is American black walnut features, cut checkering, and that classic carbine-style butt plate. The action is Marlin's legendary solid top design with side ejection. This means easy scope mounting, and it gives you the ability to top-load through the open action if you need to. The 2-piece firing pin system is designed to prevent accidental discharge if the rifle is dropped. Magazine capacity is 6+1 rounds of .30-30 feeding from a tubular magazine that's been proven reliable across millions of rounds fired over decades. Okay, accuracy testing from Outdoor Life showed the new Marlin .336 Classic averaging 1.627 inches for the best 5-shot groups at 100 yards, and that was across multiple ammunition types. That is respectable performance, roughly 1.6 MOA from a traditional lever action. The rifle particularly liked Horna D lever evolution and Federal fusion loads. With modern optics and quality ammunition, this is a legitimate 250-yard deer rifle in skilled hands. The .30-30 Winchester remains one of America's most popular deer cartridges for a good reason. With a 150-grain lever evolution bullet, you're pushing 2,390 feet per second from this barrel length. That delivers over 1,900 foot-pounds at the muzzle. That energy remains sufficient for ethical deer harvests well past 200 yards. The smooth action cycles effortlessly, and the familiar controls make this rifle intuitive for anyone who's ever handled a lever gun before. The crossbolt safety is there if you want it, though. As always, purists will simply carry with the hammer at half cock. This is ideal for traditional whitetail hunting where most shots are happening inside 150 yards. And that .30-30 chambering means ammunition is available anywhere firearms are sold. Number 1. Browning BLR. The Browning BLR combines everything we've just discussed into the most capable lever-action hunting rifle you can buy today. Here is why this rifle earned the top spot. First, the action. It's a rack and pinion action with a rotating bolt head. This delivers genuine bolt-action lockup strength. This is not a toggle link or a sliding bolt. It is a multi-lug system that handles pressures all the way up to 300 Winchester Magnum safely. That means you get true Magnum performance with lever-action speed. Second, the detachable box magazine. It holds 4+1 rounds in standard calibers or 3+1 in Magnums. You can chamber modern, pointed bullets safely accessing their full ballistic potential. The chambering options include everything from .223 Remington up to 300 Winchester Magnum. You've got .308 Winchester, 30-06 Springfield, .270 Winchester, and 6.5 Creedmoor. That versatility covers every single North American hunting scenario. Third, the accuracy is exceptional. Multiple testers report sub-MOA groups at 100 yards with quality ammunition. The 20 to 24-inch barrels feature button rifling and precision machining. The aluminum receiver reduces weight without sacrificing rigidity, and the steel barrel insert provides the strength needed for those Magnum cartridges. Some of the takedown models maintain sub-MOA accuracy even when they're separated and reassembled. The BLR in .308 Winchester or 30-06 with quality optics is effective to 400 yards in skilled hands, with a 6.5 Creedmoor or a 300 Winchester Magnum that extends even further. This is a legitimate long-range hunting rifle that just happens to use a lever action. Weight varies by model, but it typically runs 6.5 to 7.5 pounds depending on the barrel length and configuration. The curved grip or straight grip stocks are cut checkered walnut with a schnabel forearm. That's classic styling that complements the mechanical sophistication. The BLR succeeds because it doesn't compromise. You get bolt-action accuracy Magnum chamberings, quick follow-up shots, and beautiful aesthetics. This rifle proves that lever actions belong in serious hunting conversations right alongside any bolt gun. For someone wanting the absolute best lever action performance available today, the Browning BLR stands alone at the top. These 5 lever actions prove one thing. Traditional actions can still deliver serious hunting performance when they are properly engineered. So, which rifle on this list surprised you the most, either for its accuracy or its versatility? Drop your field experience in the comments below. Have you pushed a lever gun past 300 yards successfully? Let's hear what chambering and what platform delivered the results for you. The key lesson here is that magazine design and action lockup are what determine capability. Pointed bullets and strong bolt systems are what unlock modern ballistics from these traditional platforms. Alright, that's all for this one. If you got something out of this, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that comment button. Stay sharp and stay safe out there.